My name is Daniel.pearl. I'm a Jewish American from 3545 Ballina Canyon Road in Encino, California, USA. I come from, on my father's side, a family of Zionists. My father's Jewish. My mother's Jewish. I'm Jewish. But my family follows Judaism. We've made numerous family visits to Israel. In the town of Bnei Brak in Israel, there's a street called Chaim Pearl Street, which is named after my great-grandfather, who was one of the founders of the town. Not knowing anything about my situation, not being able to communicate with anybody, and only now do I think about that some of the people in Guantanamo Bay must be in a similar situation. And I've come to realize that this is the sort of things we're going to have anywhere in the world now. We can't be secure. We can't walk around free as long as our government policies are continuing and we allow them to continue. We Americans cannot continue to bear the consequences of our government actions, such as the unconditional support given to the State of Israel with 24 uses of the veto power to justify massacres of children, and the support for the dictatorial regimes in the Arab and Muslim world, and also the continued American military presence in Afghanistan.
Mosque! Mosque. This is what we have. This is what Saudi Arabia flooded America with to make it the invasion of the modern era, the invasion of the back door. Mosque, those 4 posts of jihad spread around the United States and Europe are considered off limits as religious institution. They call killing Christian and Jews and everybody else, and they are considered religious. By the way, a religious cult requiring animal sacrifices would most probably cause widespread protests and be eventually outlawed in this country. However, the religious cult that human sacrifices on the global scale, conversion, enslavement, or extermination of all infidel everywhere in the world, respectfully classified as a monotheistic religion, an Abrahamic faith. In reality, it is Satan himself, clumsily disguised as a saint. And as we know from the Bible, Satan himself can present himself as a saint in the robe of, in the garments of light. We are doomed to destruction unless we start treating Islam the way we did Nazism. I am not calling for an anti-Muslim genocide or decisive victory in World War II was achieved without exterminating the Germans. Our decisive in World War II was achieved without exterminating the Germans. Instead, we exterminated Nazism. Today, we have no choice but to exterminate the most murderous ideology that has ever existed on the face of this earth, Islam. I see many parallels between today's world and the situation at the beginning of World War II. With the sole exception of Great Britain, not a single government tried to oppose Hitler. If Hitler had not betrayed Stalin, the Soviet Union would have had no reason to oppose him either. Contrary to the popular myth, the United States did not enter the war to stop the Holocaust. They did it to prevent Stalin from going all the way to the Channel and creating the European Union a few decades prematurely. Today, Muslims invade countries under the benign guise of immigration. Under the benign guise of immigration, and let me tell you who's helping them. It's Muslim employees and Muslim clerics working in American embassy abroad that are bringing and helping Muslims to come and to flood America. Their influence in Europe and even in the United States is growing steadily and will continue to do so unopposed until we finally wake up. Yes, when we will wake up, because you are paying the jizya already. You are already paying the jizya. Remind yourself this every morning you wake up. Although it's hard to tell if we're ever going to do it in time to save ourselves. Hypnotized by our own important dogmas, we stubbornly refuse to recognize the never-ending Arab. Arab was against Israel, the September 11, the war in Chechnya, the terrorist act in various parts of the world for what they are. Individual fronts of steadily growing jihad, whose openly stated purpose is to destroy our civilization and establish the rule that would make Taliban look helplessly liberal. So far, they are winning. So far, they are winning. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an article written by Yoshiko Sagamori, the Secretary of State of the State of California.